What is good, guys? It's Ray J back with another video. And in this one, I want to break down what's happening with Tesla SPY and the overall market. I'm going to briefly talk about the 4th of July and then break down some very important things coming right after that. Since the market has big data coming out on Friday, it will affect how the volatility ends up perpetuating. But before I break the devil's information, before I get into any more details about Tesla and the market, let me just mention a few things. I am personally not a financial planner, so take nothing I say as financial advice. And also, if you guys can, please smash the like button if you want to see more videos like this. It not only benefits me, it benefits the entire community as a whole. Anyways, guys, I want to wish you guys a very happy 4th of July holiday. I know that the United States is not a perfect country because, every country in the world has its flaws, but do not use that as an excuse to forget about the privilege that we have being here. The US is full of opportunity, lots of great innovators, and lots of growth. I'm very excited to celebrate, a very important day like this. Please remember the sacrifices that were made to make our country what it is, and to always remember, the important privileges that we have, because you have to know that not everyone has the same opportunities that we have. And I really appreciate at least being born here in the US and having at least what I have. So use this as time to just remember, the lives that we live. Life is very short, so enjoy the time that you have, enjoy times with loved ones. I just want to wish you guys a very, very great weekend. Enjoy the holiday, have some time with loved ones, and just have an absolutely great time, at least for a day just like this. So for that reason, it being the 4th of July, the stock market is closed for Thursday, but it's going to reopen again on Friday, and we're going to be looking for something very interesting. So for Friday, just as a very, very important reminder, 1 hour before the market ends up opening, we actually have important data coming out. We have the non-farm payrolls, we have the unemployment rate. That's the most important piece of data right here. We're expecting to be around 4%. The market is also kind of like being fueled by the whole soft landing narrative that Jerome Powell keeps talking about. So if we get anything like a little bit higher than what we're expecting, or even like close to expectations, the market could still pump, because the market is thinking this. The market thinks that if unemployment's going up, if the economy is contracting, if inflation is slowing down, then the Fed is going to likely cut, and the market's kind of like pumping, approaching a Fed rate cut. Typically, the Fed cuts when things start breaking, when there's a contraction in the economy and some sector ends up like collapsing. Typically, it's like that's what ends up happening. And in this case, I mean, the market doesn't really see it that way. The market's just continuing to rally off the whole soft landing narrative, because we're not really seeing signs of a true recession yet, at least in the eyes of the market. The market's not looking at a recession. It's not really scared or anything like that quite yet. It's more like it's kind of like pricing in a soft landing. So we'll see how things go. That's why the market's continuing to run the way it is. And another reason why the market's running, that's just one factor, the soft landing narrative that Jerome Powell is kind of implying. But also it's running because of the fact that big tech is just continuing to hold up really well. We're seeing stocks like Nvda holding up, approaching all-time highs, not that far from them. We're also seeing other stocks like, the Microsofts out there, the Amazons, the Googles. They're continuing to rally to all-time highs. Big tech is on fire because earnings are not really declining as hard as many people would have expected, and we're not really there yet. So because of this, the market is still holding up. It's being held up by these big tech stocks, and it's continuing to rally. That's what the reason why we're doing this. So we'll see what happens on Friday. We have some very important data coming out. The market will open as it normally does, and we'll see if this leads to any volatility and such. That's going to be very, very important. Unemployment is going to be very important, not to mention the governmental payrolls, not manufacturing payrolls, and non-farm payrolls. All of that's coming out as well 1 hour before market opens. So we'll see how things go. I'll be releasing another video on Friday before market opens just to talk about this too. So what's happening with Tesla? I want to also talk about the bigger time frames. I haven't done this for a while. Just know that Tesla's very bullish looking. Look at the daily charts. This is going to likely be approaching 265 very soon. Within the next couple of weeks, I see that coming easily. If you look at the weekly on Tesla so far, it's absolutely bullish. It's just exploding. It also shows the same target of 265. So I do think Tesla's going to be running all the way up there. I think Tesla has a lot more upside potential and is continuing to run. But not just for that, I think there's even more upside potential later on down the line, because we're continuing to see a lot of buyers stepping in, and Tesla's breaking some key resistance levels. So the question is, what's going to happen for the short term? Like I said earlier, I mean, yes, we could be going to the 260s, but for now, I'm not going to focus on that. I want to focus on 250. That's going to be our first very, very critical level. Let me pull up the 30 minutes time frame first and just show you guys something important. So on the 30 minutes, we have this very, very nice looking trend. If we could break past 250, we'll be looking at 252 and then eventually 255. And if we end up rejecting, I'll be looking at 248 if we lose this. The critical support is basically the 20 EMA on the 30 minutes time frame. If we lose that around 244, then yes, Tesla could start dipping back down to just like 240 and also at 238. but I'm not really favoring that. From a technical standpoint, it looks very bullish. It looks like Tesla's going to be pushing for 250 plus and maybe try to break that. So that's looking a lot more probable. It looks like Tesla wants to go to the 250s to at least 252. Now, in order for it to go higher, I think that we need to maintain the momentum we have. We need to see buyers continue to defend. Volume is looking pretty good, so there's a good chance we're going to see that. But simultaneously, I'm also going to be looking at the volatility of the markets after the jobs numbers come out. So we'll see if this leads to more upside or not. That's going to be very important as well. But I personally think that Tesla's going to try to go higher. I think that we have a nice bullish wedge and this favors upside. Let's just see if the data aligns with that just to be safe. But just know that technicals favor upside. And by the way, guys, I'm just going to go over a few tickers. I'm not going to go over everything. For SPY, if the data is very, very maybe not so great and we end up getting a rug pull, you want to see SPY lose 550.5. If we lose that support, we're going to be dipping back down towards 548. If we hold 550.5 and we start pushing higher, watch 552 break. If that breaks, we're going to go even higher. There's going to be even more upside towards 555 likely coming. So SPY is looking very bullish on the 30 minutes time frame. There's definitely more upside potential for this. I'm really liking the potential I see in this. So SPY looks bullish. It favors upside as long as we hold above this key support. I'll be watching, see what the numbers look like going into Friday. It's going to be important unemployment numbers. If that helps, this will help things continue to push. For Nvda had a very, very nice looking flag, and we're trying to break out of it. So I have it right here on the 30 minutes time frame. I think it looks better on the 4-hour. I'm just going to switch to that real quick. This is looking bullish. I think that 130 is very probable, but we'll see if the data helps us. I think it wants to go up to 130. I do favor that a bit more, and I think there's a good chance Nvidia is going to finally start to run. Nvidia is a monster. It loves to squeeze when the time is right, so it does favor that. We're waiting to see if Bitcoin gets a bounce, if it could hold above 60,500 or not. If we do so, I'll be looking at 61,000. For the QQQ, we'll be looking to see if this cup and handle breakout continues. Got to hold above 490, especially after the data comes out. If that's the case, look at 492 and then 494. If we lose 490, I'll be looking at 488 just to be safe. Apple's looking bullish. Break. If you hold above, let me just double check this, 220, I'll be looking at 222.5 and higher levels just like that. So I went over a lot of these other ones, at least in my previous video, just to go over a few more of these as well before I talk about Tesla again. Watch 196 on Amazon. If we lose this, we'll be dipping down to 193. If we hold 196, look for a big bounce to 200. For Meta, we're going to be looking at basically a nice push towards this 512 area, then higher levels. We also have this imbalance to fill towards 515. For Microsoft, we're on a very, very nice looking uptrend. Watch this 460 resistance. Break that, and 462 is coming. And Google's also trying to break out as well. So that is looking, once again, more and more bullish. I think that 188 is looking more probable. So big tech is very bullish, guys. The market is still bullish. There's no sign that we're getting a rejection quite yet. So we can't turn bearish quite yet. Tesla's a monster. It's just trying to continue to go. It's looking very strong in every time frame. Even on the monthly, look at the monthly on Tesla. This is a monster. Check this out, guys. We have a very bullish looking month so far. And typically, when you have strong monthly candlesticks like this, we do continue to go higher the next month, continue to go higher, continue to go higher. So I do think we could go higher, especially because we have that very important robotaxi event in August. I think approaching it, we're going to continue to uptrend, and Tesla looks like it really wants to keep going. Tesla's not done. I think we're going to be continuing to squeeze, and as more people try to short this thing, it's going to continue to squeeze those shorts. So it looks very bullish to me. For the short term, I think that the market has more upside potential, but just to be safe, we'll see what this data leads to. So I'll be back tomorrow to talk about this. I'll be back on Friday to break down more specific details. Until then, let's not worry too much about the market, I guess. After watching this video, guys, just take a break, and you guys can just step aside if you want. We're just going to focus on whatever life has to offer. So please spend time with people that you love. Spend time with yourself if you have to, and take some time off from the charts for the rest of the 4th of July. Watch some fireworks, have some fun, enjoy life for what it has to offer, and just appreciate what we have, guys. I just want to say I also really appreciate every single one of you guys. You guys are very dear to me. I really think that your views and your very, very kind comments, they not only benefit me, but they really push me to do a better job every day to improve my own self. And I really, really love the work I do. I love the fact that I'm helping to improve your guys' lives. And I just want to continue to do what I do best. And that is just to help improve you guys and give you guys free insights for as long as I possibly can. So I will continue to give you guys as much free content as possible. I will continue to do what I do because I really enjoy the work that I do. And I hope that I help provide as much value as possible to your guys' lives. So have a very happy 4th of July holiday. Enjoy what life has to offer. Please use this to remember and be very, very grateful for what we have. And I will most definitely see you guys in the next video. going into Friday. All right. Have a great weekend, guys. Enjoy the 4th of July and peace out.